A home is the biggest investment most of us will ever make, and we want to protect it. One way to do that is an alarm system. You can go high-end and hire a professional, or you can do it yourself. We'll show you what to look for in both. I'm Tom Corvin for the DIY Workshop, Your Home, Make It Safe, and we're about to show you how. On this DIY Workshop, Your Home, Make It Safe, here's what we're going to cover. We'll talk with a home security expert who'll show us how the pros do it, from consoles to contacts. Consoles are the keypads that activate the system when you leave or come home. Contacts are magnetic sensors placed in doors or windows that set off the alarm when a door or window is open. We'll also talk about professionally installed glass break detectors and motion sensors. Glass break detectors are sound sensitive. Motion sensors detect any kind of movement in the home. Unlike a professional system, the do-it-yourself alarms won't alert a monitoring service that contacts the cops, but it will alert you and possibly scare off a potential burglar. If you're a homeowner, you probably walk through the same door the same way every day. But to a burglar, there are many points of entry, and for peace of mind, you may want to consider an alarm system. I am with home security expert Charlie Strickland. Charlie, you've been in the business 25 plus years. Where do we start? Over here by the door?
Yes, start here at the back door, and we can contact the back door so when it opens it goes off. Put a console here at the back door so you can turn the system off and on.
Now over here on the back door, we've got a pretty archaic style of home alarm system, a wind chime. You'd probably replace that and put in a real deal.
Oh yes, put a contact on the door. As soon as you open the door, it goes off.
So anytime somebody comes through this door, with the system on, it's going to go off.
That's correct.
We've got windows right to the left here. I would assume those are another point of entry.
Correct, and we can contact the window here, and so that whenever the window's open, it goes off.
Now you're talking about open. What about when this window breaks? Not just lifted, but broken.
Well, then we'd put a glass break detector in the room so that whenever you break the glass, then of course the alarm sounds.
Now there's other windows in the house. Let's go check those out.
All right.
Now here's a window in the kitchen, Charlie. This one has a storm window on the outside. Does it necessarily need to be rigged and protected?
No. You can pin this window, and that will take care of the protection of the window opening.
When you say pin, what does that mean?
Well, we place a pin in through the window here, and it keeps it from opening.
So by manually protecting this, you might be saving yourselves a few dollars rather than do every window in the house?
Yes, that's correct.
All right. Now here's a window over here. Let's check this one out. Now these are two large windows in front of the house, pretty easy access if somebody wanted to come through. You mentioned glass break detectors. How do those work?
Well, there's a device that's placed on the wall opposite the windows. It looks about like a light switch, and it detects the sound of breaking glass.
So anytime this is broken, that's going to go off.
That's correct.
That leads us to motion sensors in the front door area. Let's go check that out. Since this is the front door, Charlie, I would assume we'd also want to put a contact here.
Yes, and that'll protect us for when the door opens and closes.
What else do we want to put in the foyer area?
Place a motion in the corner there over your head.
Right up here?
Yes.
Okay, and what does that do?
It'll protect the foyer, the stairwell, and the dining room.
Now we've got a console at the back. You want to put one at the front door as well?
Yes, if we place a console here, that just enables us, if we come to the front door, we'd be able to turn it off from here.
Now there's more than one mode, right?
That's correct.
Explain those.
All right, well there's a away mode for when you leave the house and you're going away. Stay mode for when you're at home, it turns the motions off to give you free access to the house. And then there's an instant mode for at home at night while you're in bed asleep, everybody's home. The door's open, they no longer have a delay on it, and the alarm will go off instantly.
And I could turn it off also from my console in the bedroom if I have one there.
That's correct.
I am protected upstairs. Am I protected downstairs?
No, we need to go down and take a look at it.
All right. Now in the basement, Charlie, there are woods in the back of the house. I don't know how difficult it is to see someone approaching, but what would you do to protect it down here?
We'll place a contact on the door, so if it opens, we get an alarm. Motion detector in the corner, which will take care of the rest of the basement.
Just like upstairs.
Correct.
Now you've got 5 or 6 windows down here. Glass break detectors?
Sure, all these windows are pinned, and if he breaks the glass, the detector will go off.
Now, I would assume with a glass break detector and a motion sensor, you're doubly protected, but it's important to note
that the glass break detector is going to be for when they're outside the house, and the motion detector is going to pick them up inside.
So hopefully that's going to keep them from even entering the home once that glass break detector goes off.
Correct.
Find out more about professional and do-it-yourself home alarm systems on our website, DIYnet.com. The whole house is wired now. Can I put in wireless versus the electrical?
Sure, all these devices that we've talked about can be wireless, which you could install yourself.
That's something that I could do myself?
Yes.
Okay, when we come back, we're going to talk about how the pros do it and what you can do to make your home safer and to save a few bucks.
There's a magnet in the door, and whenever it breaks the contact, the alarm sounds.
That set it off.
Yes.
What do I do now?
Go over to the console and turn it off.
Okay.
This program brought to you by Jeld-Wen Windows and Doors. Reliability for real life.
We're Jeld-Wen, and for more than 40 years, we've been making reliable windows and doors. Very scary. Very secure. Big remodeling project complete. Big sale on heaters and fans. Guaranteed to reign, guaranteed to last. Comfort, security, dependability. Jeld-Wen Windows and Doors. Reliability for real life.
Two teams going head-to-head. A fully stocked tool warehouse. Warehouse Warriors. Weekdays at 5 Eastern on DIY Network.
I am so glad this is over.
Learn to build them step by step. Then take command for an experience like never before. Radio Control Hobbies. Friday at 10:30 Eastern on DIY Network.
In the basement, Charlie, the control panel you all have set up, basically the brains of the system. How difficult was it putting this in?
It took 3 guys about 8 hours.
A professional job versus an amateur job?
Definitely.
What's inside here? I see a lot of wires.
Well, all the wires come down in there, tied to the devices and hooked into the panel. It has a battery backup.
In case the power goes out.
That's correct. And it's tied to the phone line to send the alarms to the central station.
Now, what if the phone lines are cut?
It has a cellular backup.
And is that in here?
No, it's hidden in the house.
For security purposes?
Yes.
And I want to turn the system on now. I come down here and turn it on?
No, we go upstairs to the console.
All right. So we have a console at the back door and one in the bedroom. This is connected to the control panel downstairs. How does this work?
That's correct. Well, when we turn the system on, we just use our code. It's a 4-digit code, and we press away. System arms, and we open the door and leave.
What about when you come home?
We open the door, come in, the console will start beeping, and we press that 4-digit code and off, and it turns it off.
Is that the same mode that you would have while you're here at the house, or is that something else?
No, we have what we call a stay mode, but you just press your code in the stay, turns the system on, turns the motion detectors off.
The motion detectors are off, but the glass break's still on, and the door contacts are still on.
That's correct.
Let's go see how those work. And the door contacts, Charlie, I assume you put at the base of the door?
Yes, we drill a hole into the door jamb, drill down into the basement, and run the wire back to the control panel.
All the way down to the control panel. How does this work?
Well, there's a magnet in the door, and whenever it breaks the contact, the alarm sounds.
Pretty easy to test?
Sure, let me close the door and we'll try that.
That set it off.
Yes.
What do I do now?
Go over to the console and turn it off.
Okay. You gave me a code. Take my time. 7272 off. Okay, it's off. What happens now, Charlie?
Okay, the monitoring service should be calling us.
All right.
It alerts our central station where the alarm is. We in turn call you. If you don't answer the phone, then we call the police and your people on your contact list.
There it is. Okay, this was just a test. What do I do now?
Give them your passcode.
DIY net. Thanks. I would assume this also works for motion sensors?
Sure.
Okay, let's go check those out in the foyer. Now, we just set that alarm up, but there is an away mode that allows me to get to the console to turn it off.
That's correct.
30 seconds to a minute.
Yes.
There's also an instant mode that I set when I go to sleep at night that will detect any motion, glass break detectors, or motion sensors.
That's correct.
Now, there is a motion sensor over the door in the foyer. Let's see if that works right now. Yeah, it is working. All right, let's go turn that off. Now, we don't suggest you do this at home, but we're going to take this hammer and we're going to break this glass in the basement door to make sure that the glass break detectors are working down here. The alarm is working, and that should be enough to send the bad guy running. Well, the alarm system is completely in, Charlie, and obviously it's working. However, we talked about wireless a little bit earlier. How can I apply wireless to the existing system using devices such as these? What are these?
Well, we have a glass break detector, which we can mount on the wall. Looks pretty much like the one that's already installed.
Battery driven.
Yes. Motion detector, which there again is just like the other one. Ready to go.
All right.
And the door and window contacts, a little bit different, but you mount it on the door with a magnet and it's ready.
And how do I apply that to the system that you guys put in?
Well, we just program in the serial number that's on here and it's ready.
Okay, all wireless.
All wireless.
When we come back, we're going to talk about how you can put in a wireless system and how truly easy it can be. Line up the arrows and they should be no more than 1/4 of an inch apart. There are 2 modes, delay, and this is instant.
Hi, I'm Kathy Ireland. Holiday cheer is fun and easy with brilliant lighting designs from my exclusive collections, available at Lamps Plus.
Get your home ready for the holidays at Lamps Plus. Save on hundreds of brands and styles. Designs from Quoizel, Maxim Lighting, new looks from Minka, and elegant designs from Murray Feist. It's our biggest sale of the season. View it all at lampsplus.com.
Please experience my collections and more at lampsplus.com or visit a Lamps Plus superstore near you.
What's the party to be at this year? The new streaking party, of course. Herbal Essences Highlights. Try our new comb for free-form highlights or our original for even streaks. Plus our unique color guide formula to show you where those gorgeous highlights will appear on every kind of hair.
Is there a cover for this party?
I hope so.
Herbal Essences Highlights. Join the streaking party.
Nice.
Yeah. With XM Satellite Radio, you get over 100 channels to choose from.
Wow.
What would it be like if Avis didn't try harder?
Excuse me.
What's up?
There's something wrong with our radio. We can only get one station.
Oh, this is a good song.
If we didn't try harder, we wouldn't be Avis. XM Satellite Radio, free with any premium or luxury car. Give us a call.
It's my game, my picture.
It's my movies.
My favorite TV shows.
Panasonic introduces the only DVD recorder with a hard drive that stores up to 700 hours of your favorite stuff. Call for your free DVD recorder guide now.
It's my home video.
It's my vacation. It's gotta be my game.
These are my TV shows.
Your life.
Wow.
Now available on DVD. Panasonic. Ideas for life.
Overweight people can feel like members of the unhappiest club on earth, the Overweight Club. It's a lifestyle that revolves around fad diets, avoiding food, unflattering clothes, and bad news when you step on the scale. Dr. Talbot invites you to step off that scale and into the Cortislim lifestyle, a start to a healthy, happy you. You know people who found the Cortislim lifestyle. They're the ones you secretly resent when you notice they do look better or when they share how great they feel. They've canceled their membership in the unhappiest club on earth because they've learned how to manage everyday stress through exercise, nutrition, diet, and supplementation, including Cortislim. They've discovered the stress-cortisol weight connection you've been hearing about. If you're ready, I invite you to step off the scale and into the Cortislim lifestyle.
Call 1-800-511-3428. 1-800-511-3428. Call now.
Everyone deserves a home to call their own, but not everyone can afford one. Habitat for Humanity makes it possible for families to build their own homes as they build their lives. And thanks to a new partnership with DIY, the Do-It-Yourself Network, Habitat volunteers are building better than ever. Habitat for Humanity and DIY, the Do-It-Yourself Network, lending a hand where it's needed most. Brought to you by Masco Corporation, a world leader in home improvement and building products.
Now, we've just shown you how the pros do it. Let's show you what you can do. These are a few devices we bought, 15 to 20 bucks. Some come with batteries, some do not. Let's start with the console. This is a console just like the one Charlie put in. It goes to the front door, back door, any point of entry. Put in the code, and you're protected when you get home or when you leave. This is a motion sensor, just like the one Charlie put in. Put it in any room, any kind of motion, we'll cover it. This is a glass break detector. This one costs about $7. It's a little bit cheaper, but again, any kind of glass breaking in any room, this will go off. And these are a couple of versions of window alarms. This is a window alarm, and this is a wireless door and window alarm. Any kind of movement on the doors, on the windows, this will get set off. Now, let's start with that console we talked about, show you how it works. Now, all of the wireless devices, of course, come with instructions, including the console. Installation is pretty simple, but you want to pay attention to the instructions. On the inside is a template. It shows us where to mark the holes. In this instance, we're going to mount it next to the front door. Now grab your drill and your safety glasses. Now this house is older and these are real plaster walls, so we're going to use a masonry bit. Now put in the screw anchors and the screws. Obviously we put the screw anchors in first. Grab the Phillips head screwdriver. Now you don't want to put it in all the way. You want to leave about 1/4 of an inch out to hang the unit on. Now you're ready for the console. And it goes right on. Now this is one of 2 sensors. The other one is connected to the console. All you need to do is pull off the back. Just stick it right on the edge of the door and make sure that that arrow is pointing toward the console. Now take the other sensor connected to the console, line up the arrows, and they should be no more than 1/4 of an inch apart. Now, setting the code is easy. Read your instructions, hit code star, and we're going to pick 1, 2, 3, 4 as our code, and then hit code star again. That tone says you're set. And now we arm it. Put in the code, 1, 2, 3, 4, and on. There are 2 modes, delay, and this is instant. To turn it off, put in your code and hit the off button. Now here's a simple alarm, about $7. It can go on a door or a window. There are 2 sensors, one here and one here. On the inside of the main sensor are batteries. Those last about a year. And on the side is an on and off switch. Both sides have tape, and that's how we'll put it to the kitchen door. Now the right sensor goes on the door jamb as such. Stick it on there. The main sensor goes on the door itself about 1/4 of an inch away, and you can turn it on the side. Now here's what happens when the door opens. That door is covered. This is a similar alarm, only this one is for the window. Same principle, however, 2 sensors with tape on the back. Put the main sensor on the window jamb. Take the second sensor and put it right there next to it on the window frame, and now set the alarm. And now let's check this window. The alarm works. This area is covered. A glass break detector. It does not get any simpler than this one. It's only 1 piece. On the back is a peel away. That even has a warning for the bad guy who may be approaching. What we're going to do with this one is put it on this glass door on the back of the house. We've set it up there. You set the alarm. We've also got some keys. The sound of the keys should set it off, and they do. And that brings us to motion sensors. These have a range of about 30 feet, so it's very important where these go. When we come back, we'll talk about location and show you how simple they are to install. And there it goes. For about $15, you've just protected 2 more rooms.
A renewed sense of confidence has come to the full-size sedan. Introducing the Ford 500. It combines the control of front wheel or available all-wheel drive with an innovative reinforced structure for precise handling and a secure feeling on the road. The new Ford 500, elevating the sedan. Ford, built for the road ahead.
You know what he's doing. He's doing what you're doing. Look in the mirror, friends. There you are, HD ready and waiting. Don't you want Voom, the satellite service born for HD? Don't you want over 4,000 hours a week of great HD programming? Don't you want your new HD TV to rock? Voom has your favorite movies, sports, cable, and available local digital channels, and over 20 Voom HD originals only on Voom. CNET.com says it's the ultimate source for HD TV. Your TV wants more than just a few HD channels, and so do you. Feed your TV. Voom programming starts at just $49.90 per month. Sign up for 12 months now, and you'll save $150 off our standard installation. Pay just $49 for your complete HD hookup. If you want to be more thrilled, more excited, more scared, get Voom. Changing TV from something you watch into something you feel. Save $150. Call today, 1-866-593-VOOM, or visit VoomHD.com. You know you want to.
Congratulations! You've just won $100 grand in DIY's Ultimate Kitchen and Bath Giveaway. $100,000 to remodel your kitchen and bath any way you want.
Could happen.
DIY's Ultimate Kitchen and Bath Giveaway, presented by Lumber Liquidators, Jeld-Wen, and these sponsors. Plus, 5 people will win $1,000 worth of new flooring from Lumber Liquidators. To enter, send a postcard to this address, or better yet, visit DIYnetwork.com. You never know.
Watch one of America's premier luthiers create handmade instruments from scratch. DIY Handmade Music. Sunday at 9 Eastern on DIY Network.
With motion sensors, location is critical, and in this instance, we're covered 110 degrees from that door entrance to the entrance in the kitchen, side to side, and straight ahead, top of the door to the floor. That's why we're starting right here in the family room. We start by grabbing the drill and glasses. Now, we've marked where the holes are going to go according to the template in the instructions, and we're going to use an 1/8" bit to drill these holes. Now take your Phillips screwdriver and the screws that came with the kit. Now we're going directly into the wood behind the wall, so we don't need anchors. And don't turn all the way in, leave about 1/4 inch out to hang the unit on. Now you're ready for the sensor. It fits on the screws and is now mounted. There's an alarm setting on the side. Set that alarm. You'll see the red flashing light on the front. That shows you it's set. And now we'll test the motion sensor. I'm in the dining room, heading into the family room, and there it goes. For about $15, you've just protected 2 more rooms. This is another motion sensor, only this one is for the driveway. It comes in 2 parts, the motion sensor itself and the alarm, which goes on the inside of the house. Now, you want to have it far enough away from the street so when a car goes by, it will not set it off, but also close enough to the driveway so when a car pulls up, you'll know it. Now, we put the screw in this tree, but obviously you can put it anywhere near the driveway in a post or a lamp post. But the important thing is that it is 4 feet off the ground. That way it detects anything driving or walking up the driveway, but not so low that an animal will set it off. All this requires is a 9-volt battery in the back. It goes right on the screw, and now let's go inside. And now we are ready for the indoor alarm. Now, that outside sensor requires 9-volt batteries. This one requires 3 AA batteries, but it'll go anywhere in the house. We pick this spot right by the front door. On the side is an on switch. Turn it on. That red light indicates it's on, and hang it on the wall. Now, here comes a car. The alarm goes off 3 times and stops, but it gives you enough time to get to a vantage point to look out and see who's here. And finally, the coup de grace. These are warning stickers protected by electronic security system. Now, the purpose is obvious, to let potential intruders know your home is protected. Now, a pack of 4 stickers cost about $3. That's $3 worth of deterrent. One more step in protecting your home. So let's go over what we've done so far. We put an alarm and a console at the front door, protecting the house when you're gone and when you're here. We put a smaller alarm on the kitchen door that leads to the carport. We'll put a similar alarm on a window frame. Now, we just put up 1, but you can cover as many windows as you want. We put a glass break detector on the back door, which is mostly glass, but it's good for sliding glass doors as well. And then came the motion sensors, which we put in the living room. There it goes. And the driveway, which has an indoor alarm. And we applied the electronic warning stickers. We've talked about the alarms on the inside. Now let's talk about the outside. This isn't an alarm per se, but it's a great backup to any system you have. It's a closed-circuit television monitoring system. 2 cameras you can mount anywhere in the house, on the inside or preferably on the outside. It gives you a bird's eye view of anyone coming up to the house. Now, it's a little more expensive than the other devices we've talked about $250, but here's how it comes together. This is the camera, and this is the protective housing that it comes with for mounting on the outside of the house. But first, let's talk about the cable. This is the cable that connects the camera to the monitor on the inside. It comes with a grommet. We've taken this one and slid it all the way down here. Then you take that housing and put it to the left side, mount the grommet to protect it from any bad weather coming in. Now, I mentioned the left side because that's the video side. The right side is for audio, and that's optional. It doesn't come with this kit. Pull the cable through the housing, and on the back of the camera is a jack that says monitor. Put that cable inside that jack, snaps in just like a phone line, and then run that cable back into the housing. Grab your Phillips head and a screw that comes with the kit. The screw goes in the back of the housing. That secures the camera to the housing. We're also going to take this plug and put it in that right-hand hole that was for audio that we're not using. That goes in there, and that protects this casing from any kind of bad weather. Now, only 2 more steps. You've got your protective lens cover. That snaps right on the front. It's got a silicone seal to protect it from weather. And this is the mounting bracket. At the bottom, there is a place for that. Screws right in. We're going to mount the camera outside the kitchen door in the carport. It gives you a perfect bird's eye view of anybody coming up the drive. Because this is vinyl siding, we are not going to drill. You could, that is one option. Another option is double-sided tape that comes with the unit. We're going to take this vinyl strut right here and put the mounting bracket right in there and stick it tight. All right, now let's talk about the cable. Obviously, you have to run the cable into the monitor. In this instance, we're going to run it up through the vinyl and into the house. The other end of the cable plugs right into the back of the monitor. And now you're set. Obviously, this monitor can go anywhere in the house. We've set up both cameras, one at the front door and one in the carport where we've been working. And to give you an idea how well this works, I'm now standing in the middle of the carport. Now let's go check out that second camera. As I round the house and head toward the front door, it too picks me up. No matter who it is, the delivery man to the bad guy is caught on camera. The alarm system that Charlie showed us earlier is obviously a lot more extensive and more expensive. A job that cost about $2,000 versus the one that we did for about $300 to $400, including that TV monitor. Still, we wanted to give you an option, the option of hiring a pro or to do it yourself. Find out more about this workshop by checking out our website at DIYnet.com. And we'll see you next time on the DIY Workshop, your home, make it safe.
It alerts our central station where the alarm is. We in turn call you. If you don't answer the phone, then we call the police and your people on your contact list.
Welcome to another DIY Kit. Everything you need to complete a do-it-yourself project. For detailed lists, instructions, and more, go to DIYnet.com and click on DIY Kits. Today's kit will show you how to replace your car's spark plugs, and it's brought to you exclusively by AutoZone. To get started with today's kit, you'll need a socket wrench with extender, a torque wrench, feeler gauge, anti-seize lubricant, and dielectric grease. Carbon buildup on your spark plugs can rob your vehicle of power. If your plugs need to be replaced, consult your owner's manual to find the correct part number for your vehicle. Disconnect the positive cable of the battery and label each plug according to firing order to ensure proper reinstallation. Remove the wire from the first spark plug. Then remove the first plug using a socket wrench fitted with a spark plug socket and extender. Next, prepare the new plug for installation by setting the proper gap with a feeler gauge. Slide the gauge under the electrode and set the gap according to the specifications in your owner's manual. When the gauge slips in and out with only slight drag, the plug is properly gapped. Now, apply a small amount of anti-seize lubricant to make removing the plug easier the next time around. Partially tighten the new plug by hand so not to cross the threads, then tighten the rest of the way with a torque wrench according to the specifications. Finally, apply some dielectric grease to the end of the terminal wire to ensure a good contact, and replace the wire onto the plug. Repeat the process one at a time until all the old plugs have been replaced. Replacing the spark plugs on your vehicle will help your engine run smoothly and improve your fuel efficiency. Log on to DIYnet.com for complete instructions. You'll also find how you can buy everything you need to complete this project, along with many other creative DIY kits. Today's kit is brought to you by AutoZone. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
Get in the zone. AutoZone.
If you can't remember the last time you replaced the air filter in your car, then you need to get in the zone. AutoZone. You see, if you have a dirty air filter under your hood, then you're losing horsepower and killing your gas mileage. So do something about it today. Get to AutoZone right now and put a new air filter in your car. Get the horsepower back, get better gas mileage, and start saving money today.
Get in the zone. AutoZone.